Yo, what's up YouTube? My name is Sergio Gun and this is my last name. So in this video, I'm going to show you my system of how I scaled last month in August to 18K a month. So I'm gonna just show how I did this scaling with ads, my cost per lead, my cost per appointment, cost per acquisition, the most important stuff, and how I got that cost per acquisition to $200. In this YouTube video, I'm just gonna cover how I run my ads, the type of ads that I use. Because if you're trying to scale with ads, I know many people do call SMS, cold calls, cold emails, but ads is the most predictable way to scale. It has some investment up front, but you can start with $30 per day. So I started with $20 per day, but I don't recommend 30. So yes, this is just gonna be maybe the first part of a YouTube video, of a YouTube series about how to scale with ads. It consists, I will say, 4 parts in terms of scaling with ads. That is just the top of the funnel, then the qualification, the book the appointment landing page, everything. Then the nurturing, that is the third part, everything that comes when someone books an appointment and you hop in a call with them. And then the close. Okay, the call is gonna be the most important part, of course, to close. Yeah, so this, I'm sorry for the scene, bros. Like, it's I'm not using it, to be honest. But yeah, it's all gonna be the predictable scalability in terms to get a low CAC and scale. So in August I spent 1700 on ads, and let me show you the strategy that to run this video ads. So let's go to my sub account. Yeah, last month I got 119 leads with 1730 with 14 cost per lead. Now I'm getting 20 because I'm trying to level up the quality of the people. 34 in deals made for long term, because so many people, I mean, like 2 guys paid 1K per month, or paid a PIF, other pay like a deposit or something, right? So here I have that cash collected and deal made, right? So my conversion rate wasn't that high. So that's what I'm trying to say. You don't need to be the best closer out there to close. So I did 14 after commissions from the platform and 9 closes. So as I said, because I closed 9 clients, my CAC was $192. But it is because it varies, right? So I did 6K PIF, I did 3K PIF, I did 3K in split payments, in monthly payments. Some girl pay like 1600 every 15 days. So that's what I'm trying to say. Close in every time. Like, you need to close. I got a client today. He was like, oh, I'm trying to go for the lowest price range. I did the best sales calls, and he was like 3.5K for 3 months. And he would say he would spend like monthly payments, but I was pressuring him to make a deposit today, so he made the deposit after like 2 hours. As I said before, this cost per acquisition is gonna be divided to have this 34 in deals made, because this is what I collected in cash. So to have those in the next 3 months is going to be 2 things, right? The good clients retention and having a good service, and the client expectation, the most important thing in your SMMA. I have an agency, I will say, in the most difficult niche in the entire space, which is real estate. It's very fucking hard to give good results because sometimes these people don't close. Out of 10 clients, 2 doesn't close and 2 get churned. So it's very important. If you have a good service, I do have a good service now. So like 2-3 months before I didn't have it, but like, you need to have a good service. Of course, there's different niches that are more scalable, like car detailing, tree trimming, I don't know, insurance, whatever niche, like blue ocean niches. I would say is the best way to get to 5K, 7K per month, right? So as you guys know, I run my SMMA in real estate in Spanish in the US. So nobody does that, so don't copy me if you know Spanish. No me copies, hijo de puta. Entonces, the LTV of these clients, if I have good retention, if I have good client expectation, will be 6 months, right? 6 months meaning 68 in deals for 6 months. Of course, it's not gonna be the best, but having the churn rate, having somebody doesn't pay, is gonna be at least 50, right? For 50K for the next 5-6 months of the work that I did this month. So how to get a CAC under 300. I'm not gonna tell you the magic source about how to get the cost per acquisition under 300, because most of the agency owners have like 400 if good. So it gonna depends on your niche. It gonna depends on what your sales strategy, how much you invest, if you're doing different type of ads. But in this video, I'm going to cover the basic lead generation for basic niches in the SMMA space. So this is the difference between the ads, right? Video ads are better than freaking static ads. Don't run static ads like this. I have done that before. So this is what I'm going to show you. In video ads, we have three positive things. There's many things that you can use. People stop scrolling after they get something that is of their interest, right? In the first second of your hook, you need to call your audience, different things, right? But video ads have this trust, have the client retention, have the viewer retention. I mean, they can see your video for up to a minute. It is not depending solely on your offer. What I'm saying is the trust, not depending solely on the offer, and the prospect nurturing, right? The prospect nurturing, what I'm trying to say is the guy who's doing the ad in this case needs to go in the nurturing process. Because when for example, if I had a closer right now, I do the ads, I do the VSL, I do the pre-call video, I do the emails, the looms. When they show them the appointment, it's a random motherfucker right there. So they will think, oh, this bitch is a closer. That doesn't work. So they're gonna feel less of course, I'm gonna be the best, right? But like, if you have any closer, I would suggest them recording a video ad. As much as it's a struggle, you can do it, because this guy is not going to be representing the agency. But in the pre-call video, at least, in the pre-call video, you need to include the person who's running the sales calls. So, photo ads. Let's imagine this is in English. Realtors, 50 quality luxury seller leads guaranteed in 90 days, or you don't pay anything and we send you $1,000 wire for losing your time. So of course it's a big offer, but you know how much the cost per lead was on this shit? It was insane, bro. Let me show you. The cost per lead, it was like $20, even though it's a good offer, because people, I have tried this in sales calls. People don't believe in the offer. They don't believe in the fucking guarantee. They don't even ask me. They believe in me. And that's the most important thing you can do as a closer or as an agency owner. Have the people trust you with your authority, liking you also. They don't need to like you in order to them to close, but they need to like your authority. They need to know you're the guy that's going to help them their business. So in this case, the photo ads depends solely on the offer. Yes, there's no thing other than leads, right? You're basically offering leads as Soundfax, Philo, whatever lead generation basic agency does, is offering shit leads depending on the offer. Low show up rate, even though you have a good nurturing. If I put these ads right now, they're not going to show up as I run the video ads, because that's my initial hook. That's the top of the funnel, right? So client, remember your bait and switch offer. I do a bait and switch. I do on the videos. You're not gonna pay. I do not say you're not gonna pay until you close. That's gonna be a different thing. So client remembers your bait and switch offer. If they see this, they're gonna be in the call like, oh, you said you're gonna be refunding me 1,000. It doesn't work. Now you gotta put in the contract. Things to include in your video ads. Hormozy formula, right? Hormozy value formula, like dream outcome, perceived likelihood of achievement or people, right? Less effort and sacrifice and less time. So my contracts are for 3 months, but in the video ads, I say for 30 days. Of course, in my niche, they're not going to close a property in less than 20 days, for example. But it's a long-term run. In your case, you can do, if you're doing like, let's say, auto detailing, yes, you can give them results in like 2 weeks. First thing, call your audience, direct offer, bold guarantee. Yes, have a bold guarantee. If you, in my case, I do as my bold guarantee, I would say, if you close, you would not pay $1. It doesn't mean that they're not going to pay up front. It's a different thing than saying, I will charge you or you're not going to pay until you close. There's a different thing, right? So I'll say in my case, because it's real estate, I say, if you don't close, you're not going to pay $1 to us, for example. So in turn, it goes call your audience, realtors, detailing companies, kitchen remodelers, direct offer. Yes, having a direct offer, bold guarantee, the pain, the social proof, 10-second testimonials, no longer than that. Auto photo. Your goal process, what are you going to do for them? You're not going to say, hey, I'm going to be giving you a trip to Dubai. What is the process? What I need to do, right? So C2 to book a call. What to not do, ads over 1 minute 30, calling out the size of the company. That's going to be, okay, many of you guys do that. Like roofers over 30K a month. I mean, you are going to have the biggest CPL out there, and people are going to sense that you are charging me more because I have more revenue, right? So I will just keep them, don't say that, just save that to the quality qualifiers form, landing page, lead forms, book appointment, whatever, setters. Save that for that step because you want to be having the most amount of leads in the top of the funnel, right? Not editing is, don't, like, please edit your videos. Like, you gotta have something like this. I pay like $65 per video, I don't remember, but like, edit your fucking videos, at least very, like, songs, captions, whatever. Not including pain. Don't do, as I said before, don't include UGC AI creators or other people that are not in the sales calls. They need to remember you, right? So why the script matters. I'm gonna show you why, is step by step, why it does matter in your video ads and why this fucks your ads, right? The not to do. Why the script matters. It matters what you say and how you say it. Yes, it matters what you say because people are gonna remember that, right? And it matters how you say it because if you say it in the right way, people will trust you. People will say your confidence in your service. Everyone tell me that in my sales calls. You look very confident that you have this bold guarantee that you can assure me that I'm going to close. So I'm going to go with you, right? Fuck Zillow, right? So call your audience in the first 2 seconds. Big offer, right? X amount of closes, jobs, completing clients. This offer, I will say, just call them in without a number. I'm saying X amount of closes, but it depends on your type of clients. Because if you say, I'm gonna be giving you 10 books, 10 estimates in the next 30 days. So you're conditioning yourself to these clients that only need, or their desired reality is go to 10 book appointments so they can close 3, right? So what happens if you have a big company in front? They're not gonna be in touch with your ad because they will say, oh, 10 appointments in a month is shit, I need like 70. So if you're running a big offer, don't include too much. It's basically calling out the size of a company by the revenue, by their desired closes. So guarantee, you can say, or you don't pay anything, or we will work for free, we'll refund you money. So this calling out a big offer like this, it's too detailed, right? Too detailed. You can say that in the sales calls. You can say, or you don't pay anything. If you say you will pay after you close, it will lower your cost per lead very, very low, but you're gonna have some shitty appointments, meaning that they are gonna show up in the appointment and they think they will not need to pay $1. So I do not do that. I just say, or you don't pay anything. So the pain, other companies, the third is the pain. Other companies that you know will lead gen, that fail lead gen companies. If you haven't got resolved with some kid in some show the pain, you can include other companies or lead generation, very known companies as Thumbtack, Zillow, Leads. You can mention them. So, or you can say if you haven't scaled because some kid in their mom's basement didn't got your results, whatever, you can say that too. So the social proof, it is 3 things. The 10-second testimonials, don't do longer than that. If you have a big testimonial or you have a fake testimonial or a photo of your clients, try to include the or mostly value equation in your testimonials. So for example, what I do in a photo of my clients, I put instead of testimonials, because my testimonials are long and they don't speak very, very like what I'm trying them to say. So Maria made 35K revenue for her company in less than 2 months and without working 12 hours a day, or without calling unqualified leads, because that's what we provide, quality leads. So You then gonna do the pitching process, what you do to deliver the service, quality leads, book appointments, or you're trying to deliver high ROI on the campaign for e-commerce. This is not gonna apply for that, but you can say that too. We generate leads through in the service explanation in the middle of the video. We generate leads through our AI client acquisition system made for roofers, where we get interest people and then our team qualify those leads and book appointments that actually shows up and are ready to go and do a roof, for example. Call to action, clear call to action at the end. So if you're trying to scale your roofing business up till don't say amount, as I said. So if you're trying to scale for real your roofing business, just hit the button below on learn more and submit your information to book an appointment with us. Remember, this is going to be a personalized plan for you to scale your business. So yeah, you're going to show like create a personalized plan to double your sales. Don't say a specific revenue. You're limiting your clients. Don't say like if you're trying to if you're for real, you're trying to scale your roofing business up till 60K month revenue, that's you're gonna attract very good people, but you're not gonna attract people who are making that, because that's their bottom line of what they're making, right? So what not to do, as I said before, what not to do, it's the ads this. So let me explain why this fuck your ads. Longer ads have high CPL because it takes longer to get to the CTA, right? Calling the lead size of company limits your audience and get high CPL. Not editing or basic editing lowers the viewer retention. For example, if you run a video ad and you have no music, no captions, it's just you talking to the camera, it's boring, not entertaining, you're not calling a big offer, so people are gonna see you can see the viewer rotation is gonna be like shit. If you don't include the pain in your videos, you have no reason to differentiate yourself from other companies, and you have no urgency or a call to action. Like the call to action is why I need to book an appointment with you, right? So on the fifth, I would say including other people in the ads make harder to close, since they do not know the process who's talking in the call before they show up. So this is going to be very important. So basically, this is going to be the initial hooks, the video ads, the top of the funnel for this. So tips for videos, right? My tip is dress well. Don't have this shirt because I'm targeting realtors. So you can have a fucking suit in you. Yes, you can do. But dress like you normally dress. If you're doing like roofing, don't put a fucking helmet. You can do that. That works. But you can position yourself as a marketing agency. You need to position yourself as a very, very expert marketing agency, have the best quality video ads, because that's gonna be for your business. For example, this quality on my ads, let's see, this quality. In the same office with the same mic with the same likes that is not too good. So it's just good editing that I pay for it. You can have very, very quality on your ads, and that's gonna portray what is your system giving for them, quality, right? No viral cheap hooks. I've seen that. It sometimes work, but it has lower CPL, but you're attracting the wrong people. Best hooks is just calling out your audience. Because if you're like doing, for example, a random video that is a hook, like someone kicking a rock and then it falls off, like that's not your customer. Your customer is a serious person who's trying to scale your business. Okay, drink a Red Bull before recording. Yes, talk very, very like you're so hyped up. Don't sound like, hey realtors, we're gonna okay, or hey roofing clients, I'm gonna give you 10 quality appointments. Don't say that, bro. Like act with a, you need to act with a lot of spirit, like with a be fucking you. And if you're boring, so try to not be boring, and listen to Yeet before drink a coffee, as I'm doing right now, and you're gonna be pumping in like the video that you're recording, same as the Wolf of Wall Street. So be good and be professional. Record in a professional way, talk in a professional way, talk with better words, because you're gonna differentiate yourself from other kids in their mom's basements. So what else? So as I said before, in this YouTube video, I'm just gonna show you the ads because it's gonna be also very long, but this completes enough process as ads, top of funnel, like lead forms. I do Facebook lead forms. You can do lead forms in the landing page. The landing page, what I'm trying to say here is the VSL, the good fucking VSL. That will be the most important thing before the book deployments. I need to have also a pre-call killer video, like a good killer pre-call video that is gonna have your hot leads that, okay, I'm just trying to see what you do exactly, if it's gonna work for me, how much I need to pay, because I need to know how much you're gonna pay, because I know I'm gonna be investing in order to scale my business. They already told me, they're already telling me that in the sales calls, bro. It's insane. People want to pay me because I have a good nurturing system. As I said before, ads, I do lead forms. Why do Facebook lead forms? Low CPL, easy to test your ideal customer profile faster, because you have a low CPL, you have the ability to test things very fast in terms of the quality of the people in the sales calls. So you can now go for the best quality leads before you know them. You just need to have test different ads, test different things, lead forms, longer lead forms, landing page forms, direct to calendar. But I do lead form because it's easy to test. You do not need to burn a lot of money to have one book call for $100, because it's gonna burn your ad spends. Are you gonna put, let's say, $1,000 a month in ads? Just 10 appointments that actually just book an appointment, didn't show up to test. You can test it. But if you have $1,000 to invest on your ads and you having $30 cost per appointment, because you do a cheap way in order to test that, you're gonna have 30 appointments. So you're gonna have like probably 20 show up, and you're gonna test people, the quality of the leads, with 20 people. And now you can test things because you have more volume. That's the way of testing everything. More volume, more ad spends, lower cost. So easy to test your ICP. If you have a good setter, the cost per appointment booked, the cost per book appointment can be lower than directly to a landing page. That's something else. People don't want to have a setter. The thing about the setter is that you don't just qualify the people, you hype them up for the appointment. Yes, my buddy Sergio is gonna give you the best plan out there to scale your real estate business, because now you're telling me you're making 50K commissions a month, right? Yeah, of course. So usually our clients are making 10 to 15, and in 2 months we have scaled up to 30K a month with just 2-3 closes per month because of the leads we generate for them. So I'm just trying to see how this is gonna help for you, and if we can really work with you, because we don't work with anyone. So it's just hyping up the people, hyping them up to the appointment, giving free value, how we do it before they actually shows up. They are fucking with their pants off, bro. Like they are about to pay me. If you have a good setter, the CP, the cost per book appointment, as I said, it's gonna be lower than directly to a landing page. If you start doing ads directly to a landing page and directly to a calendar, it's gonna be very high if you have a lot of qualifying questions in the calendar. So automate your follow-ups, for God's sakes. When you receive a lead, automate your follow-ups in Go High Level, please. Button to book appointment, optional for the user. At the end of the lead form, you can use hey, now you have completed this lead form, go to a landing page. The landing page, I'm not going to speak a lot about the landing page in this video, but run an A/B test. I did a test between this was my website, my landing page, same BSL, same information, but here different looking on the website. I took that from Charlie Morgan Imperial Acquisition, test landing page, test BSLs. So the good fucking VSL, 5 to 7 minutes long, and the pre-call video, I'm going to be showing that in the next YouTube video, because it's going to be very important. It's going to be your goal, the thing that's going to attract them the most. You know what is my hook on my VSL? I said, real estate agents, I'm going to be giving you 10 to 15 qualified leads in the next 30 days, or you're not going to pay $1. I'm going to refund you the money, and I'm going to send you a $1,000 wire if you don't close, for example. So that's, what is my retention? Look at this shit. So other tools, that goes to Wistia. I suggest you can use Wistia to test better the conversions on the VSL or your landing page. So let me show you VSL. So VSL, this has like 1 month, I think, since mid-July. Visits, plays, play rate. Look at the engagement, bro. The engagement is this. This is my engagement on the VSL. I think it's high. It can be better, of course. More editing, but I said like, hey, we can refund. I talk about the process. I'll talk about everything. It's gonna be 6 minutes, and the play rate. As I said before, as my landing page has the best VSL, here is a 35 from website views to book appointment. That is very good. So of course, you can test different things. You can have to test multiple VSLs, but I'm gonna be showing you exact script of a VSL and the pre-call video in the next YouTube videos, because pre-call video is gonna be the killer. It's gonna be the killer in this process. Before, after the booking appointment, they get to see your process step by step, because people buy from repetition. People buy from people they know. People buy from people they are attracted to in terms of authority. So if you reveal the process before, you know, actually selling them, they're gonna value you more. Oh, you're giving me this, you're giving me that, how I can pay for you to in order to do that. So you're gonna be trying to give most amount of value before they hop on the call, for them to be undeniable proof that you can help them. So this is gonna be my process in order to have my Lamborghini Aventador SV in less than a year. So yeah, different things you can do. Next month, this month, September, it's gonna be 25k, I don't know, because I had to hire setters, I had to hire VAs, I had to hire everything. So it's gonna be kind of hard, but at the end of the year we can do a massive amount of money, and you know, scales, have seen, has Aventador, and not trying to be selling cheap courses on YouTube. So